Hello, YouTube. I know there's a couple of you guys here already. We are just waiting for Sage and for Wolfgar, because Wolfgar has to put on his costume. I have it here. You guys will think he's so adorable. I just realized, like, I don't know. Having fun, getting dressed up. Is everyone having a good night? Having fun? Yes, I had to do the like scary face with the sexy costume. I figured that would be the right combination. And yeah, having some fun. Cause I mean, there's no parties to go to. Plague sucks. So here we are. Here we are hanging out at home. Of course it is being annoying. Hanging out at home though. Going to just wait for Sage, and then we'll do whatever. We're just gonna hang out and chat and have a little bit of fun. And I'm just gonna play around with the lighting a little bit because YouTube doesn't give me a good preview. You want some? I want it dark, but you guys have to be able to see at the same time. Oh, hey, Pete. Yeah, I know. I was gonna dress up, but then you know. Life gets in the way. Oh, thank you guys. You're all so sweet. Oh, welcome, Goth Mom. Your first time here. Awesome. Thank you for joining us. We're Bluetooth remote vibrate. No, I don't have any updates for you guys yet. I have like so many things that I need to okay, tea, thank you. Oh, I guess that's yours with the straw because you can't very well. Well, Sage is here. I have tea, which is, you know, the most important thing. And here is Sage. So here we go. You're sitting on Wolfgar's costume.
Yeah, he's sleeping downstairs.
Yeah, well. Yeah, we need the dog so he can put on his costume. And he's just like, I don't know what the fuck you people are doing, but it's weird and I don't like it. So he's having a nap downstairs, but hopefully he'll be up and join us. So how's everyone doing? Are we all enjoying our Halloween where we get to stay home and wear costumes and watch scary movies maybe? Because that's what we're going to do and what we have been doing. We've watched. Well, actually, we haven't even watched many scary movies, have we?
Not really, no.
Yeah. Like, I mean, we watch scary movies most of the time. So.
No, don't really need to.
Although we did say we wanted to rewatch all the well, not all of the Hellraiser movies, just the first couple of them. So Pete's here, by the way.
Oh,
He says, you look a little different from when you guys last met.
I actually did get a haircut yesterday.
Yeah, he did. Yeah. I'm sure he will. He'll show you guys at some point because.
I'll leave it. I'll throw on another costume.
Oh, okay. You put on a different one. He's been collecting these masks, so.
Gotta do something with my time.
Yeah. Yeah. So. Oh, yeah.
Is interrogation class canceled?
Yes, it is. I sent out an email to everyone, and I've sent out the refunds. I'm really sorry about the interrogation class, guys. Just life has kind of been, you know, kicking my butt a lot lately, more so than usual, but it's always kicking my butt. So, but yeah, I've sent out the refunds for it. We're going to try again sometime in the future when things are a little more down to earth for me. I've been dealing with, I can't really say too much about it, but just to let you guys know, I have been dealing with a lot of stuff that has to do with my accident. And I'm hoping that we are close to the end of the lawsuit and all of that kind of stuff that you know, I'm suing people and all of that. So hopefully we're close to the end for all of that, but who knows? It could be dragged on for another year, but we're hoping not. Everyone, cross your fingers for me. Pray to whatever gods you believe in, because, man, I just want this to be over. So, yeah, okay. Oh, sorry about translation for the book. Yes, yeah, like I said, life has been kicking my ass. I'm hoping in the new year that I can actually sit down and focus on things again. So I will definitely let you guys know when I'm able to kind of
She hasn't forgotten.
function. I haven't forgotten anything, but I've just sort of been, yeah. Yeah, we're gonna go with that. So, oh, Montana, yeah, Montana looks absolutely gorgeous. I don't know. I want to see all of the states. Like, there's so many different landscapes and stuff. It's just amazing. Every time I go there, it's always something completely different. But yeah, we will hopefully be traveling at some point in the near future, as soon as the plague ends and we open the borders and all of that. So. Let's see. Oh, Hellraiser is responsible for my love of hook suspensions. Me too, totally. We actually did one year for like a performance thing. I don't know if Pete would remember this, but yeah. We had one of my friends that I learned to do suspensions with, and we did a bunch of hooks in him, which was meant to be like a Hellraiser-esque kind of thing for a performance, and it was a lot of fun. I miss doing hooks. I haven't done hooks in years. I keep saying, oh, my birthday, I'm going to do them, or, all that. So we'll see. If I do, I'll either shoot video or do it live or whatever, because it's fun. So.
What is your favorite Hellraiser movie? Part 1 and 2 for me.
Yeah. I honestly, I don't think I've seen the Hellraiser movies in like, man, when did they come out, in the 80s?
Yeah, I guess I know what we're doing after this.
Yeah, no, I've seen them since the 80s, but I don't think I've seen them since like maybe the 90s. So I don't even remember which one is my favorite, but I know the first couple of the ones were the best. So, okay. Let me see here. Oh, okay. Oh, I remember. Yes, the group that in Billings. Absolutely. Yes, I totally remember. And yeah, as soon as we're able to travel again, they open the damn border. We'll definitely
well, we had a few
put something together. Yeah, there's been quite a few.
Yeah. There's a few things we were like really looking forward to this year.
Yeah.
Just COVID.
Yeah. I was really hoping to be doing this live stream from Mexico, but that also did not happen. Stupid plague.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Yeah. Oh, this. Yes. Yeah. Pete's remembering all. Like, oh my God, we did suspensions. Like, so I used to run a fetish night. We ran it for like, I think almost 2 years, better part of 2 years. And I think at almost every single one, we did like a hook suspension performance, just because we were like, I don't know what to do. Let's do a hook suspension. It'll be fun. And it was basically like just an excuse for all of us to hang or do a tug of war or whatever, We did, I think one time we did a like 5-way tug of war with somebody hanging from like off the tension of all the lines in the middle. It was freaking really hard to do. The logistics for all of that was not fun. I remember because I was like, I'm only 5 feet tall, right? And I was a lot thinner at that time. So I was like the smallest out of our group of hook suspension people, because it was like a whole bunch of big guys and me for the most part. And so I was always the one that they were like, and then we'll pick up Morgan. And it was like, okay, yeah. So I always got to like be picked up by everyone. And I hate being picked up so much. So yeah, it was interesting. So yeah. Oh, you guys are so sweet. You're so amazing. I see. This is why I love coming back and doing some YouTube here and there. Man, I have like so many videos recorded, and it's just the editing that gets me. But I have hopefully an editor lined up.
Yes.
He's just in the hehospital right now, but he's fine. He's fine. He's actually doing a lot better. He had a heart transplant. So as soon as he's recovered, we're gonna we're gonna be getting some more videos out. I'll try to get some out before then too, because I think he's in rehab for like what, 3 weeks now?
Yeah.
At least. So
he's gonna need something to keep himself occupied. So.
Oh, I see the Evil Expo is just over. So I jumped over to the Dark Shadows convention, but there's too many DS fans. So I came here where there's a chance someone will notice my post. I totally noticed it. Oh, you guys are awesome. Everyone's like giving us compliments. I don't know how well you can see out of there.
Oh, I can see fine.
You can see fine? Okay. I know some of them, the eyes are a bit weird, so.
Oh, this one's pretty good. It's like fits pretty well. So.
Yeah. Oh no, I see someone's having to quarantine because they got exposed. I hope you're okay. Oh. And I hope it, I hope it goes well. I hope you don't have it, because man, I mean, I've not had it or anything, but it just sounds like it really sucks. So.
Oh, how long did your makeup and stuff take?
Oh, not that long.
Oh, actually, it wasn't actually that long for you.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think it took me like
hour
and a bit. About the same as it usually takes me. So it's like whether I'm doing glam or just drawing randomly all over my face, apparently it takes me the same amount of time. I don't know why I bother trying to make it look all neat most of the time.
Mine is just like 2 minutes.
Yeah, well, you just have to put on your mask and stuff. But I like it because is this one of the ones that comes down? Yeah, I feel it down there. Yeah. So that's pretty cool. Although you must be hot because I'm hot already. So, yeah. Well, let's see here.
Oh, that sucks.
Oh no, what? I'm just trying to read all of them here. Oh my goodness, yeah, that does suck. I really hope, I hope everyone is getting through this whole COVID thing like as best as possible.
Yeah.
I know, I know the situation is really not great down in the States for you guys. I mean, it's not great here in Canada, but I mean, we are hopefully doing a bit better. We're in Ontario, so we're the second most cases out of the country. Sorry, there's a tray here. I'm whacking with my nails. So, but our bamboo paddles strong. I want to do some spanking with my sub. Yeah, bamboo paddles, as long as they're like paddles, usually are okay. They may not be as strong as like a proper like wooden one. I actually had some really neat little bamboo pot holders from IKEA that had a handle and everything, and they looked like almost like a ping pong paddle. And I used those as paddles for a long time. I did end up breaking them eventually over someone's rear end. But that was like after a year of using them. So I don't see a problem with bamboo paddles. They may not stand up as well, like I said, as regular wood. But as long as you're not going like too hard, you should be okay. So, oh. Everyone likes the costumes. You guys are fantastic.
Okay.
Oh my God, 3,500 cases a day where you're living. That's brutal. Like, we just hit the second time for 1,000 cases in our province. So the second time this week, I think it is. So yeah, everyone be safe. I'm glad you're participating in Halloween online, because that's about all we can do too. Yeah, I just heard we've got another sage. Nice. The UK going into the second lockdown. Yeah, I just read that. That's like, that sucks. I mean, we're at least allowed to like, go to Walmart or whatever. That was my exciting Friday night yesterday.
Yes.
Go to Walmart.
It was packed.
Yeah, it was packed. It was what everyone was doing.
I really wanted to dress up, but then I was like, oh, no one's going to be dressed up. And of course, no one was dressed up.
Yeah.
So I was like, I would have been that like one person dressed up. And,
yeah. Yeah, we live in we don't live in Toronto. I used to live there. I was born and raised, but man, I hate the city sometimes. And it's like super expensive. So we live in a smallish, it's a city, I guess.
It is considered a city.
It's considered a city, but it's like a small city. It wouldn't even probably be on the map in the U.S. It's so small,
but you know what though, like Barrie is
Yeah.
now like considered like a commuter town because like
Yeah.
you know you hop on the main highway and you're in Toronto within
Everyone who
2 hours.
lives in our city lives or works in Toronto for the
Yeah.
most part, right? So it's one of those things. But yeah, so we still have most of our stuff open, but like thankfully people are staying home for the most part.
Well, except for these guys.
Oh wait, I see. I'm in the north end of St. John. Oh, I miss the East Coast. Oh, I'm reading the one above that. Yeah, it's pretty nippy since I love the cold. Yeah. Oh, sorry. Somebody's wanting to howl at the moon. I mean, full moon on Halloween too. Freaking awesome. Yeah, I miss the East Coast so much.
Yeah.
I want to go back.
I went for my first time last year.
We were, yeah, well, you had to go out with work, right? We were going to be in PEI, and I don't think we were going to go to Newfoundland this summer, right? We were just going to do PEI and New Brunswick and Nova Scotia and that.
It's like a road trip.
Yeah, because I miss the East Coast. I have some, like my step grandfather's family is like from Newfoundland, or I can't remember exactly how it all works out. I have cousins in Newfoundland though, so I wanted to get out there. Local dungeon still hosting parties and karaoke in a pandemic. Yeah, I would definitely be taking a pass on that one. Yeah. But I mean, you know, everyone's got to decide for themselves. But I'm a stay at home and wear my damn mask kind of person. New to the lifestyle, any tips or resources? I would say, like FetLife is really good for finding FetLife.com free membership, unless you feel like paying. But it's good for finding local events when they actually are able to happen and talking with some other people. But just be careful because there's a lot of, shitty people there. I mean, it's an internet site, right? So there's a lot of unpleasantness. So just go with like a grain of salt kind of thing. But it's a really good place to find your local community and talk to everyone that you can. Like talk to people that have the same like sort of orientation, and I mean kink orientation. So like if you're a dominant, talk to other dominants. If you're a sub, talk to other subs. If you're a switch, talk to other switches, or top or bottom, whatever, right? So talk to like as many people as you can, because the people that you least suspect might have some amazing advice that you just never even thought of or whatever. So talk to everyone and just don't leave your common sense behind, right? Because it's still just like real life anywhere. So someone here saying, I normally attend events all over the Golden Horseshoe and I really miss them. Yeah, I know, we miss them too. We used to sometimes get down to Niagara to do events and like all of that. So I'm missing somebody's. Yeah, okay. Maine, right on. I keep looking at some like camping stuff out in Maine. We're big camping kind of people and outdoorsy and all of that. So yeah, well, his masks, these are all the movie quality masks.
Yeah,
and
this
stuff,
is silicone.
So, yeah, silicone. They're not cheap, but would you say the pandemic has been a hindrance to your BDSM, or has it hidden ups too? I don't think it's really had, honestly, that much of an effect on our kink life. Like our kink life hasn't exactly been where I'd like it to be, just because of my accident and the like drastic increase in pain for me. But I don't think
like for me, like
I mean, for you, the pandemic has kind of fucked up your dating life.
Yeah, like
so
when it's, since we're poly and like, on the lot where I go see other people, but it's just I don't have another partner right now, so it's kind of like, oh, well,
yeah, and it's hard
are they
to
safe? Are they?
Yeah, and it's kind of hard to like. I mean, you can do Skype dates or socially distant dates or that kind of thing, but it's a little tricky.
And then you got this like other step, right? It's like, oh, I'll let you into my social bubble, and vice versa. There's more risk right now.
Yeah. Oh, Pepper, thank you so much. That's really sweet. Yeah, I try to talk about stuff that I think everyone needs to know and that will sort of apply to all of us, but then also some more niche stuff. Because like, I know when I first started in kink, I mean, the internet existed technically, but none of us knew what it was. Because yes, I'm a fucking dinosaur. But the only way to learn was through other people. And so everything was sort of filtered through this, what they thought was important. So I try to talk about as much as I can. But unfortunately, there are things that I'm not knowledgeable about. So is there ever going to be a BDSM test nuanced enough? I'm going to go with no. Or at least, I mean, like, I actually sat down and was trying to play around with something like that. But then I was like, I hate everything. And this doesn't make any sense. Because, I mean, the really common BDSM test that goes around, I'm vanilla. So, and anyone who knows me knows that I am.
Which BDSM princess are you?
I'm Jasmine.
Oh.
No. Oh, okay. Yeah, Jasmine was the first princess I could think of. So let's see. I've been out in Nova Scotia since '71. Nice. I remember the old Doctor Who. My mom said we couldn't watch it, but Dad was like, "Yeah, you're gonna watch it with me." Nice. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you lost your sub. Oh, Claudette, you're very welcome. Oh, from Belgium, yeah, in the second lockdown. So yeah, that's what we're dreading, is the idea that we're going to end up in another lockdown.
I think it's inevitable.
I think at this point it is too, yeah. And yes, sometimes we do make it out Niagara Way. Usually we've been out to Hamilton a bunch too. Yeah. A couple of parties out in Hamilton, but it's been a little while. But yeah, we try to get out because, like, you guys know how it is if you're out in your own BDSM community. Like, even if you're in a big city, the community is really small. So sometimes it's nice to, like, go to other neighboring cities and see some new people, make some new friends, things like that. It's nice sometimes just to expand your horizons, I suppose. So let's see here. Do I ever get packages from fans? Yeah, sometimes I do. Usually people will send me stuff if they want to send me something, like from my wish list on Amazon, which is super sweet. I'm certainly not saying anybody has to. No one has to. But it is really nice. I usually have books and stuff. I have someone who sent me like all these amazing books by Jackson Crawford. So if anyone is into Norse history, he's on YouTube, and he does a lot of translations. And so I've had someone send me those books. That was awesome.
Wait, is he drinking mate?
Sorry? Is he drinking? I don't know what meat is.
I don't either.
He's drinking coffee.
It's coffee. I'm drinking coffee through a straw.
Yeah. So. Yeah. That's what we do. So, been to the Dark Odyssey events. I was actually supposed to teach at Dark Odyssey one year, and
which one was that?
Oh, that was before we got together.
Oh, okay.
It was a long time ago, but I had to cancel it, unfortunately. I heard really, really good things. But yeah, no, I had to cancel from that one.
Maybe in the future.
Because my health decided to like crash like 3 days before I was supposed to be there. And I ended up not being in a good place at all. So, let's see, where do I look for Daddy Dom, little girl, middles? To be honest with you, I'm not sure. That's like the one area of BDSM that I really don't know much about, but perhaps, I think they were looking in the Atlanta area. If anybody has any recommendations or suggestions for some resources for Daddy Dom, little girl, or, middle type stuff in Atlanta, throw it in the chat, please.
Have we purchased any gear/toys you're living for?
Not
really.
Nothing recently.
We have to do that review of that awful masturbator I bought.
Oh yeah, we've gotten a lot of bad toys.
Like earlier in the pandemic, I was like, can I swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
Okay, good.
It's not monetized. I don't give a shit.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I bought the worst fucking like male masturbator ever.
Yeah.
It was expensive, and it was like I haven't thrown it out yet because we wanted to do a review on her channel because it is just garbage.
Well, I mean, aside from the fact that you literally would need a horse cock, because even my giant dildos that are like monstrous wouldn't.
Yeah.
We're too small for this silly thing. So
that was the one thing.
that was bad.
Like maybe like a month before the pandemic, we bought a spank bench.
Yeah. That's I like the spank bench. Yeah.
Kijiji.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, not really. I just
I just use my safe word and the lockdown goes away. I wish that worked. Call your safe word. Oh. So. Oh, Yerba Mate or Mate or whatever. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I don't really know what it is though.
What?
Oh, don't worry. It was what they thought you were drinking.
Oh, okay.
Just don't know what it is. But I've heard of it.
Oh, would we ever write a BDSM book together?
It's certainly possible. I wouldn't be opposed to it.
I wouldn't write. I'd probably end up illustrating it.
Well, yeah. But I mean, I could write and you could contribute like your 2 cents and everything. I'm trying to convince him to, help me run a class because I think running a class together would be fun, and I think that he would have some good insights because he's a switch and I'm not. So I think that that would be a really cool thing. But good. Oh, where can I find good butt pillows for target practice? Well, you should go get them.
Yes, indeed.
I'll show you.
Should.
I'll give you guys a link. Give me just 1 second, and I can grab you a link because we have some. Oh my god. Okay, stores. Sorry, guys. I'm just going to. Now I have to come back. There we go. Sage is going to grab them. I just haven't actually made the proper announcement yet. So you guys are the very first ones to see anything about this. Okay. We have, this is the chest version. So we have a chest on one side and a lovely bottom on the other side. And then if you are inclined more towards people who have boobs, we've got some lovely boobs on this side and a lovely rear end on that side. So we've actually designed these to be practice pillows, and we just got them in like not that long ago. So we haven't actually had a chance to do an announcement or a commercial or anything. I'm just hugging the butt right now. I'm going to make it makeup all over it. But yeah, we've got some, and you can find them at the link there. And we're hoping to have some more stuff soon. But it really just matters about how much we're going to, how creative we can be and how much he can draw. So, yes, Pete, we'll definitely do a live stream with you at some point. I have to see you. I haven't seen you in forever. It's been, like,
if we ended up having an actual Halloween party, he would have been invited, so.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course. Not a Halloween party without Pete. So, okay, people like the pillows. Yeah, forget using ordinary pillows. No, we don't do that anymore. We have butt pillows and, boobs or chest or whatever.
I really enjoyed Tom in Finland. I think he was a fan. I don't know his actual name or if that's what he went by, but
I don't know who that is.
He was he drew a lot of gay BDSM stuff.
Oh, okay.
His guys were always broke as fuck.
I should check it out.
I like his work. It's really
I like him
he
big.
had really good technique, so.
Yeah, this is all Sage's art, but he always knows all these good BDSM artists
I
too.
haven't watched it yet, but apparently there's actually like a good documentary on Thomas Finland, so I just haven't gotten around to looking it up. I don't know the name, I just know it exists.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, I appreciate it, and thank you for the kind comments on my work.
Oh, someone wants to shout out Sadie and Sierra. Hi, guys. Oh. Yeah. Oh, Sage, do you have any advice for a new Switch?
Oh. Just trying to think of the words right now.
Yeah.
Really just, it's kind of just like exploring and being open-minded, listening. Like, it's for me, like when I was going to be a dominant, I would apply the things I didn't like as a sub. So, you know, if I didn't like the way, like certain ways when people would talk to me, I wouldn't try and bring that into someone else. So basically, I would treat someone how I would want to be treated, right?
Yeah.
So if I was like from a dominant perspective, right? So, and just like I don't know, I think it's just like really comes down to listening and just like kind of learning like what to look for and talking about things and negotiating, and just kind of really going from there. And learning like the new skills and stuff like that.
Yeah, well, you started your explorations as a submissive and a bottom.
Yeah.
And then decided to explore a little more.
Okay.
So, is this correct here? Just make sure I got the link correct. For your new one?
Yes.
Okay, so here's Sage's Instagram as well for those of you who are enjoying his art. He just started a new account because he managed to get himself in trouble on the other one.
Yes, numerous times.
One of the joys of doing adult kind of stuff and sexy pictures and all that. Or you giving up? You're just ripping your chest off now?
Yeah. I gotta throw them.
Yeah. I was wondering how long that was going to last. He actually lasted longer than... someone's asking, have you read Sunstone?
I've heard of Sunstone. Yeah. I've seen their work. It's good. I haven't read the comics though.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, I had a feeling it was a comic related thing. He's definitely the one that has more knowledge on that area. Now you look all normal.
I know, I'm not Halloween at all.
And I look crazy.
But now it's just when I'm talking, I'm not getting the echo.
Yeah, no, that has to be a little annoying. So, yeah.
Oh, did you ever have anxiety going into a scene when you haven't talked for that play before? Yeah, totally. Like for me, like absolutely, because like sometimes it's I still get it when like if I'm talking to someone new and they're like, for example, I'll use rope for example. I am not a rope guy at all. I know like squat about rope. And when they're all like, oh, I love rope and rope tops are best or whatever, and I'm just kind of like, yeah. Like I have that willingness to learn, right? It's like, hey, you know what? Let's go and explore this together and maybe go and do some classes together or talk to people who have more experience. And you know what? Like if you're coming in as a dominant, and I think it's okay if the sub has more experience because you can learn from them, right?
Oh,
you learn from each other. There's no ever saying like, no, the dominant has to know everything and they can't learn from other people, right? It's that's kind of like one of the things being a leader is learn from experience of those who have it, and that includes like people under you, right?
Yeah.
So
well, and I mean, I think the other thing to remember as well is that no matter what, we're all going to be new at something. So everyone is going to, like, no one's an expert in anything, in everything, rather. So, like, I've been doing this for, we're going to call it 20 years, but it's probably more than that. And there's still things that I haven't done. And I'm still nervous when I do them for the first time. So, I mean, I can draw on all of those other years of experience and being confident. But, I mean, that doesn't help when you're doing something totally new to you. So I never want anybody to fake their experience level or any of that, but sometimes you can fake the confidence a little bit. you know, and kind of fake it till you make it with confidence only, no lying about how much experience we have, but also just blindfold your bottom because that makes it so they can't see how nervous you are. It is my like #1 dominant top tip, whichever you identify as dom or top or switch or whatever. But like, just blindfold people, because then they can't see when you're fumbling and you're like, oh God, I don't know what to do next. But especially if you're new, it just sort of like makes it a bit easier. But like I said, it's everyone gets nervous the first time they do something, or if you haven't done it for a long time, even like it can be really challenging. Yeah. But I did see something there too. How far do you think the human body can go as far as pain, and how long is it safe to float in subspace? Yes, because Tatiana was very impressed at how intense she could be with me. That's really a massive, depending on the person kind of thing. I have seen people take punishment from me that blew my mind, that I thought they would have been, you know, begging for mercy way before. And I ended up getting tired out. I've dated and played with some real like pain slut masochists. And then there's other people that can't. And those same people on any given day maybe can't take as much or can take more. And I mean, I've really certainly pushed the boundaries at times, especially like when it comes to like close suspensions. We were kind of talking about those earlier. I know we did, because I've done a lot of performing when it comes to suspensions and stuff like that. We were booked, because I used to work with a circus group, and we were booked for Devil's Night and then Halloween, right? Because, gee, we used to get a lot of work around those times a year. And we did a lot of hooks. And we didn't have, I was the only person that at that time that could facilitate the full suspension. So I couldn't hang easily. I hung one night, but that was it. And then one of the other girls in the group, she was like, I can do 2 nights in a row, I can hang. Well, on that second night, she ended up going into shock. And I think that that's where we need to, you know, have our first aid and be able to recognize when it's gone too far and when the body is saying, no, fuck you, I'm done. Because we had to call it a little early, and then it was like a little touch and go, whether I was going to actually have to like take her to a hospital kind of thing. She was fine in the end. But it was just doing it 2 nights in a row was too much on her body. It was just, because I mean, it's obviously very hard on your body, but I've seen other people do 2 nights back to back and be totally fine. So it really, really depends, you know, so I can't say for sure, but I mean, honestly, we can push our bodies a hell of a lot further than we would think. You know, it just sort of depends on the individual and how bad you want something and, you know, what the situation is, right? So yeah, you can certainly push, but do it in a safe manner. But I can't really say what is safe for each individual. So that is going to be a different thing based on individuals, based on, you know, the day, how much you've eaten that day, all that kind of stuff. So we got that. I just want to make sure we get everybody's like questions and stuff. Do you have Twitter? I technically have a Twitter account, but I never use it. I just sort of auto tweet from like my Instagram. Instagram is where I'm most active. I'm Ms. Morgan Thorne on that one. Are there things you would never do? Hard limits. Yeah, I have lots of hard limits. I hate feet. I don't like doing feet stuff. Like I don't mind doing stuff to other people's feet. Like I just did a foot torture class. I like that, but my feet, I mean, no, hard limit. I don't do humiliation play. It makes me feel like a terrible human being. So I don't like verbal humiliation. For some reason, it doesn't apply to like putting people in non-verbally humiliating like situations or stuff. Like, but I won't do verbal humiliation because it makes me feel like an asshole. Like if you can do it, by all means, like fuck, go for it. I know it's a big kink for a lot of people, but you know, and you've got hard limits as well. Yeah. So I mean, I think we all do. Everyone does, right? We're not robots. Oh yes, Pete's limit is domly doms. I would have to agree. I hate them too. and I don't mean just like dominance. I just mean, you know, you guys know the type that are like, I am the domliest dom that ever domed, and you will all submit to me now. Get on your knees. that kind of thing. I love puns, by the way. Somebody's commenting on my top tip. Yeah. Oh, okay. So somebody's here saying, Nathan is saying, or Nathan's Way is saying, I have a dom who likes being very verbal. I don't like talking at all, and I know they love it. I want them to be happy, but it kind of gets me out of subspace. Any advice on communicating and compromise? For sure. I think there's a lot of room for compromise there. Yeah, like, I mean, obviously the first step is to talk about it, you know, with your clothes on, when you're not actively playing. You know, just be like, hey, there's something I wanted to talk to you about. I know it can be really challenging, especially when it's something that, like, you know, they enjoy, and you're like, hey, could you maybe not do that thing? But I think that you could certainly find some middle ground with, like, you know, having time during your play where it's more quiet, and then having other times where, you know, you do engage, excuse me, verbally. So I think you could easily find some middle ground there. Or, I mean, but it really depends. Like, you know, maybe if you guys engage verbally at the beginning of the scene, and then when your dom notices that you are starting to get a little floaty or whatever, signals and signs that you have that you're kind of getting into that subspace, then they can kind of phase out the talking, or go the opposite, you know, do the hard play, get into subspace, and then when you kind of start to come out of it, then bring in, or use talking and verbal communication to come out of it. But I think there's a lot of room for compromise. But yeah, it's really just a matter of actually sitting down and being like, okay, we gotta talk, which is super hard to do, I know. Advice there? Did you have something you wanted to say?
No, you hit it all.
Okay. I heard you being like, getting ready to talk. All right. Yeah. Oh. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to, like, make sure I see everyone's questions. Yeah. Oh, Evan thinks we don't look nice. Bye, Evan. Yeah.
Oh, I was born in Sudbury.
Oh.
We had, yeah,
I spent way too much time in Sudbury this summer.
Yes.
Our car broke down and we got stuck in Sudbury for like 3 days.
Yeah, it was on the weekend, so
we couldn't get a rental.
yeah.
I went to the airport. Oh my God. I'm so angry at Sudbury right now. Not you. People from Sudbury are awesome, but man, your city just drives me crazy sometimes.
Yeah. We were like, well, let's rent a car and just drive home. It's not far, and get a one-way rental. And yeah, they were like, no, we're not open.
Yeah.
You know, go to the airport. Oh, sorry, those are for people off the planes. It's like,
yes.
What people off the planes?
The airport that was basically shut down because there were literally no planes. They were like, well, we have to save the cars for the people who are flying in. I was like, what airplanes? There are none.
Yeah.
So, and I see some people struggling with rope. It is challenging. It's hard to remember.
That's my thing. Is like I'll learn a tie and then I'll forget it unless I do it like 1,000 times.
Oh, from Greenville in North Carolina. I was supposed to go there, but we were doing in North Carolina. Something we were supposed to go do in North Carolina. Oh, isn't that, maybe that's where Dark Odyssey is or something? I can't remember. Sorry. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, guys. I'm like, I scroll up and all you can see is naked Pete butt. Pete! For everyone who is totally confused, Pete is one of my friends that used to be a roommate for many, many years. Pete and I lived together with a whole bunch of other people. So, yeah. Yeah, I don't think you always have to be physically dominant. I just see Alyssa here talking about not being physically dominant. Like, I mean, honestly, you know, I just mentioned earlier, I'm only 5 feet tall. I'm disabled. I, you know, have a hard time standing up sometimes. He is, you know, nearly 6 feet tall, mostly muscle, works out all the time. Like, he obeys because he chooses to. There's no way I can physically force him to do stuff. You know, it's just the way it is. So So, Pepper, I've recently come into an opportunity to try out several new impact toys, including steel and titanium spanking canes. Wondering if you had any experience with either or both materials, inclinations towards one or the other. I've used steel canes before. You know, they're extremely thuddy usually, or at least the ones that I had, just because they're just like, they're just so heavy. I've never tried titanium as far as canes go. As for aftercare, you're going to see a lot more bruising rather than like cutting or welts or anything like that usually, just because the impact is a lot deeper into the body. And I would definitely stick to, you know, rear end and heavily muscled areas. So like top of the legs and then the rear end, just because it does have that deeper impact. You know, just, and it's basically like, it would be the same, but not the same, but similar, even more unforgiving than like, say, a dragon cane or something else that's really like rigid and heavy. So, yeah, that's what I would say. So you're looking more for bruising, and just, I mean, like anything else, right? Start light. You can always add more because it doesn't take a lot. That's the other thing, right? I mean, canes are usually like that anyways. So, yeah, this is Sage. I see somebody being, wait, it's Sage? Yeah, that is. Let's see. Yeah, next year better be better.
Yes.
Guys, I want to go outside again. So I'm notoriously, I hate the cold, in winter in general, and the snow and all of that. And I was like, I wonder what outdoor activities we can do this year. I'm gonna need some snow pants. I'm gonna like totally get the like outfit, the little like Stay Puft Marshmallow Man outfit that you put like little kids in so that they can't move. I'm gonna wear that all winter, I think, because we need to we need to get out and do outdoorsy things. So yeah. I know he's a hottie, isn't he?
Oh, I thank you.
So, let's see. A person who can't come from sex or oral sex. Yeah. I would say for sure. I mean, like, if you are able to orgasm in any way, I would just explain to your partner beforehand and like before you get into any sexual situations. That would be my biggest thing. Just because if you're like already in the middle of it and bring it up, then it can be a bit of a like, people think that it's them. But if you tell them before, like before that's happening, obviously, you know, not like when you first meet, but like once sexy stuff is on the table, you know, I would bring it up. And you know, some people, like anything, right? Some people are not gonna be down for it. Other people are gonna be like, okay, like that's fine. And you know, make sure you offer reassurance to your partner too, because like a lot of people would feel, oh, it's my fault. He's just saying that or whatever. So
I find reassurance is a big thing, especially like when you're learning new stuff or whatever.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
when things are new.
I mean, come on. Like, even if it's a casual partnership, we're supposed to be partners, you know, support each other,
Teamwork.
encourage. Yeah, for sure. How to negotiate at a kink party. A lot of times it seems like people are just playing, and it seems as if people just ask to play in a group setting versus specific private date. So I think what you're probably seeing are people that already know each other and that are friends or have already negotiated their scenes. And then they meet at the party and go and play. Because I know for me, like that's what I quite often would do. If we're going to a party, I have like, oh, okay, I know I'm going to play with this person at this time or that person or whatever. And we've already done that. But if you don't really know a lot of people at the party, you know, you can always respectfully, you know, approach people, always approach people as people, right? Don't assume anyone's role or anything like that. But just, you know, see if people chat with them like a normal human, get to know them a little bit, see if they want to play. I always suggest doing like opt-in style negotiation for parties, especially like if the person is new to you or if you don't know them very well, which is just saying, okay, here's what we're going to do. And then we don't do anything that's not on the like thumbs up list kind of thing. So yeah, that's sort of my quick version of it. I do have videos, if you look back in my channel, about consent and negotiation, that will go into more detail about opt-in negotiation. But yeah, just approach people. People are at a party, they're generally a little more open to that sort of thing, as long as you're respectful, like I said, and don't assume people's roles, because you never know who's a top, who's a bottom, who's whatever. But yeah.
I find that is a big thing. Even just when like approaching people online, it too is just like you were saying, approach them as a human being. Don't approach them as their role or an object or whatever, just, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
How would you talk to someone in like plain day if you were going like to the store or something?
Yeah.
Right? So.
Well, I know, people will quite often see us together and make an assumption that he's the dominant one because, he's bigger than me and able-bodied and all that kind of stuff, and I'm just a short little thing. So see, other people hate the cold.
Yes. I know, because now I'm gonna have to put the bike away soon.
Yeah, I know. It will no longer be motorcycle season. I don't know. He's been riding it lately, and I'm just like, no, thank you. And it's cold. Yeah.
Any experience with brat taming?
Yeah. I don't know about the taming part. No.
I am a sweetheart, okay? I am good.
Listen to him tell it. But so I think that it's really, really important. This is one of those times when it's important for the dominant or the top to have a safe word. Usually mine is that's enough, because there is a line there, and that line changes every day again, depending on, am I in a bad mood today? Have I not had enough caffeine? Am I hungry? Am I cranky for whatever reason? And acting up is going to just piss me off. So I can just say that's enough. And he knows, okay, I need to lay off. And then, just determined to talk about it ahead of time too. What does brat taming mean to you, basically? Like, do you want to permanently alter your partner's behavior so that they are no longer a brat? Do you enjoy the brat dynamic? I like him being a little mouthy sometimes because it's like an excuse to hit him. Not that I need an excuse, but we both enjoy playing that way where, we'll do something and he'll be a bit of a smart ass and then I'll hit him harder, and then he'll be more of a smart ass and I'll hit him harder, or in the junk or whatever, like we play around that way. But if you don't like that kind of play, and certainly there's a lot of people who don't, then, you can, definitely a discussion to have with a partner, especially if they have brat tendencies. So, so I just seeing, do you have Violet Wand recommendations? Tried one before the pandemic and loved it. Good range, soft tickle to, oh God, am I being tased? Yeah. So it really depends. I have one that I really like. It's Dr. Clockwork, I believe. It's over there. It actually does need to go in for repairs. Yeah, can you grab it, please? But that's not an issue with the actual wand or anything. It's just a problem with the plug. And I've had it for like 10 years or more at this point, so it's not surprising. And they're really, really good about that kind of stuff. But
I'm gonna go grab a water.
Yeah, I would like a water as well, please. It is a bit of an investment. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Rupert Hughes and Sons. That's it. Here we go. Take a screenshot or whatever, or I can add a comment later. But so this is the one that I have. And the kit that I have has like the foot plate and the handle, and I think it came with like 4 or 5 electrodes and a body contact and all of that. So that one I really, really love. And it's I mean, it was a good quality set, and like I said, I've had it at least a decade, maybe a bit more. I think I paid about $700 or $800 for it, and it's lasted obviously all of that time. If a proper full-on wand is a little rich for your blood, and you just want something that's less powerful, these kind of things. I got this off of like Wish. And it was, I think, $30. So this is a neon wand, right? So the wand part is a lot smaller and it totally looks like a dildo. And it comes with, you know, I've got 4 different electrodes here. And it's good, but it doesn't have the same like kick as, this is definitely more on the light tickly side. Whereas the violet wand is the like, you know, I could do branding with that violet wand. So this is my recommendation for people that are either new to it, curious, not sure. Just look up neon wand. They're quite often sold as like a skincare thing. So yeah, that's what I would suggest. So oh, people wanting Wolfgar. He's sleeping downstairs.
He's sprawled out on the couch downstairs.
Oh, of course he is.
Yeah.
Hopefully he'll come up soon because I have a Halloween costume for him too. Yeah, the joy of having a gigantic dog is that it's difficult to tell him what to do when he decides he wants to take a nap on the couch. Do I like doing stuff for YouTube or Patreon? I love doing both, but I really love just the audience that I can reach through YouTube, because I can talk to so many people there. Battery pack heated sweatshirt. I need that. Oh my God. Why don't I already have 10 of them? So, practice self-care as a dom to avoid burnout. I take time to myself. People find this hard to believe, but I'm an introvert. Thankfully, so is he. So I need time to myself. I like to read. I like to, you know, sit and watch ridiculous videos on YouTube.
Oh yes, sweet business plays.
Yeah, business plays.
Business plays.
Yeah, we have one to watch. If anyone wants a really weird channel, business plays.
He is the boy with the blaze.
He is the boy with the blaze, Simon Whistler. But yeah, we do watch silly videos and stuff like that, and just have like chill time. Yeah, I think that's probably like my best self-care. Read a book, do that kind of stuff that just recharges my batteries and that I love doing. So, yeah, somebody's asking, I seem to do a lot of sharps play, and I do. I'm just looking, where is my sharps bin? So the thing is, it's just down here.
Yeah.
I just need a glove. So honestly, sharp spins last a lot longer than you think they would. So you can buy bigger ones. I just have a smaller one because it's like my bring to a dungeon. If I way back when I used to go out and play in the before times, but so this is the size of it, and you can kind of get a relative idea of the size compared to like us. But this size will certainly last, I don't know, months easily. You know, if you only put sharps in the sharps bin because you're not supposed to put anything else in there, it's a personal pet peeve of mine, then it's going to last you quite a while. And you can get ones that are double, triple this size, right? Usually I only return sharp spins every 6 months to a year if I'm doing a lot of play. And if I'm sort of just doing regular playing, maybe once every few weeks with sharps, you know, a year, 2 years, even some sharp spins have lasted me. So there is really no way you can make your own. You can, you know, if you are in an emergency situation, you can use a hard plastic bottle, like hard side plastic bottle. Like these kind of things are no good because they're too squishy. But yeah, something hard, but that's really just for emergencies, not for like a sustainable kind of thing. So let's see. The blue light, yeah, we've got like a spirally blue light. We wanted to have some Halloween stuff. Can't even see. Where'd you put the bat? He's up there somewhere. Oh, yeah. He's blending in. There's a bat up there, but he blends in with the canes. So Yeah, somebody came into Toronto to visit a friend, froze their butt off. That's Pepper. Yep. Yeah, we have like crazy people that walk around in shorts in the winter. I don't get it. I don't get it at all.
Which one was that, honey?
Sorry, which one?
This one. When did we do that?
I don't think we did do that. I think they're getting confused. Or oh, maybe it was one of the toys review because we reviewed a toy.
Oh, okay.
That's probably it. So it's like, no, I don't think we did a whole video dedicated to that, but yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I see. So, the person walking around in shorts and t-shirt in Toronto in the cold, living his best life. I don't get it, but yeah. Let's see, picture tutorials and stuff like that. I think that like right now you can do a lot of like online workshops. Like I'm teaching a bunch, other people are teaching a lot. So that's probably going to be your best bet for like content that can't really be on YouTube or a lot of these other kind of platforms. I keep running into the problem of you know, getting stuff pulled down. Even when it's like totally tame, it gets pulled down, or
changing the rules.
Yeah, and they'll change the rules because I had a class up on Udemy, and then they were like, "Oh, by the way, we're not doing this anymore. So sorry, but you can't have this up here." So it's really difficult to be able to do tutorials and not have them like say hosted on a porn site. And I have no problem with doing that. I have clips for sale and everything. But you know, it does make it a lot more difficult to sort of fall within a lot of those, the realm of like not breaking rules on vanilla sites. Okay, sorry. There's somebody asking something. It was a two-parter. Okay, yeah, Dom, chronic pain and physical limitations. I'm trying to be very upfront about potential clients, but when I can, do one day back-to-back in person. Yeah, so for me, it kind of goes in two ways. If I was, say, seeing a client, that's work, and I have sort of that work ethic of I'm going to push through it and just deal with the consequences. And so I would, you know, maybe I always like, you know, save, because I don't know if you get pain pills or not, but I do. And, you know, never enough, of course, but I will save those for the days where I absolutely need it because I have to work or whatever, and then I can push myself through it. But if it's like a partner, then I'm going to turn to them and just kind of say like, look, so sorry. You know this one well. So sorry. I can't. Because a partner is going to understand, and we can reschedule that a lot easier than a client. So yeah, if you're talking about like in a professional realm, I just would always push through it unless it was really bad, or unless me pushing through it was going to have like safety implications or something like that. Because obviously I don't want to put anyone's safety in jeopardy because I am not as focused as I should be. And of course, I want to just, you know, put a little footnote there of my pain pills, when I take them, they don't affect, like, I don't get high off of them. They don't affect me in that manner. They don't make me woozy or anything. They actually like help me clear my mind, because then I'm not focused on pain. It's, I can actually focus on what I'm doing. So, but if you have medication that makes you feel woozy, then that's not really going to be much of an option. But yeah, I honestly, I mean, I don't work as a pro dom anymore. I'd like to go back to it at some point, but I would just push through it, or at least that was my approach. I'm not saying that you should. And then I'd have to, you know, take a couple of days to crash and be miserable. But you know, work is work kind of thing, or at least that's the way I have it in my head. So, oh my God, that would be hilarious. Nathan's way of saying, one of my friends showed me a video of this dog's reaction to his owner in puppy play gear, and it was adorable. The actual dog didn't know what to think. Yeah. Well, when he was wearing the mask there, the dog was like, smells like sage. doesn't look like Sage. I don't know if I like this. So it was, yeah, dogs are interesting when it comes to these kind of things. In the before times, Clayton George. Why am I depressed? That sounds so much like something from the narrator of the Road Warrior. Yeah. Well, that's kind of it. I've joked around a whole bunch that this is like the most boring apocalypse ever. I wanted some like Mad Max shit or something, but well, I didn't really, because I'd probably be one of the first to go in a Mad Max kind of world. But like, I don't know. This is not the way I saw things going when, you say apocalypse, end of the world, whatever. So
maybe that's what I'll do. I'll get some like Mad Max gear,
yeah.
and then I'll ride my motorcycle
there
around
you go.
with Mad
Yeah.
Max stuff. Yeah, totally.
Yeah. I find sort of one of my coping mechanisms for all of this is just, making silly jokes about it. That's always been one of my coping mechanisms. But yeah, just being silly about it and turning it into a movie experience or whatever. So, yeah. Oh, well, good. You had a bit of Halloween. Ms. Creepella. There we go. We've talked, seen your stuff a bunch. I just wasn't sure how to pronounce your name there. Yeah. Yeah, man, pushing through sucks, especially like with pain and all that, because I don't know. Like I said, I get really fuzzy when I'm in a lot of pain and I can't focus on stuff. It sucks. So, yeah. Is there such thing as professional subs? I've never heard of one. Oh yeah. Usually, if you find a dungeon that has like multiple pro doms at it, they will also have pro switches and pro subs. When I ran my dungeon, I actually hired more pro switches and subs than pro doms, just because they're so very popular.
Well, probably more versatile.
Well, and especially the switches, because they could play either side of things, or a lot of people are switches and want to see someone that will switch with them in scene, so they do half as the dom, half as the sub, whatever. But oh yeah, absolutely, there's professional submissives. However, I'll throw out the caveat that most of them are like female identifying people or woman identifying people. I'm sure there are male identifying pro subs as well, but they would probably be serving mainly the gay community, just like a lot of the male pro doms. Although sometimes male pro doms do see women as clients. But yeah, usually people who are men or identify as men are the clients of any form of sex worker. So, let's see here. Yeah. Oh, we were worried our rescue wouldn't like seeing us play, but she always tries to get involved. This Max over the giant paw. Yeah, we learned very early that Wolfie needs to like not be in the room. But we had him since he was a puppy, so thankfully he was able to, get used to us. He's crate trained. We don't have a crate big enough for him right now. But in the beginning, when he was little and fit in the crate, we would put him in the crate when we played, because that's his little safe spot. Now he just is like, the humans are gone, I get to be on the couch. Okay, that's all he wants, is to be on the couch when we're not around. So yeah. Have you seen the trailer for Songbird? No, I'm gonna have to go look it up. Home invasion horror. I can't go there because it's just too freaking real. Yeah, it's like the alt world COVID thing.
It's called COVID-23.
God. Oh no. Yeah, that sounds awful. I'm gonna have to check it out. Yeah. Surprise, surprise. We're both big horror movie fans and scary stuff and all that. We love it. He's covered in just all your tattoos and stuff of all the like sort of horror themes all that kind of stuff. It was always fun traveling, especially like we've done a lot of traveling in like the developing world, and just hearing people making comments about him that he doesn't understand, but and they think that I don't understand, but yeah, I'm saying all kinds of things about him, and you know, crossing themselves and everything too. So, oh, okay. Let's see. Somebody wants hi. Oh my God. If you want me to say stuff, please make it easy to say. Erin Emily. I can't read that actually properly. Can you read it?
It looks like any Emily.
Oh, any Emily. Okay. Well, we tried. Have you kept in touch with the kink community during COVID? A little bit. Like we have pretty much all of our friends are in the kink community. So, I mean, probably not as much as I would have liked, I'll be honest, but I am not great at keeping up with people anyways. That's his job.
I'm not good at it either.
Yeah, we're bad at this kind of thing. But yeah, we've kept up a little bit. And I've been teaching a lot of classes, which is really nice. Because it is at least that interaction with people, but it's all, of course, online. So very much like this, you know, we get to sit and chat and all that kind of stuff. But obviously a lot more structured. But yeah, so that's probably the best I've been doing with like the kink community and stuff. But yeah, it would be nice to be able to actually. In the summer there was a couple of munches that were in the park,
yeah,
which was really nice. But we found that when we went, people were having a hard time with keeping distance, and so
and unfortunately there were some times when it's like, hey, distance, and people went.
Yeah,
you know,
we had a few people because you know there's always one in every group or whatever, so that just didn't respect all that kind of stuff.
Yeah. So.
Oh look. Sage, the other Sage, saying all the horror movies on Netflix are disappointing.
Oh, I was just saying that like yesterday. Like I was like, what the hell is this garbage? And then we get like we just signed up for Amazon Prime. We watched the new Borat yesterday. But I'm going through the horror movie section. I'm like, okay, well at least there's movies I know what the hell they are. And or at least there's sequels to things I know what they are. And I'm like, okay, like I've heard of this, I haven't seen it, I'll watch that. Yeah. But yeah, Netflix is garbage, at least in Canada, for like horror movies. I was like, what is this? Yeah. Yeah. So anyways, I understand.
As soon as I saw it, I was like, Sage is gonna rant now. I heard you say Wolfgar looked oddly at Sage's. No, in his Halloween mask, but he doesn't have any puppy gear, unfortunately. But yeah, Biodog taught me to be a better pup. Absolutely, tug of war and pouncing at each other, growling, and that would be a lot of fun. I think that would be a ton of fun to play with your dog in pup mode or whatever. I think it would be cool. Yes. I can see the enjoyment there.
Scratch your face.
Yeah, well, that's Wolfie. He's just giant. He's a huge dog, but then he also is like a, you know, one of those that likes to swat at stuff with his paws, and they're like the size of your head. So it's, well, okay, obviously exaggerating, but yeah. Yeah, I think Nova North, I agree. Things are kind of stagnating because people are, I mean, there's only so much we can do online, right? And we're we're social creatures. But you know, it's tough. But I think we gotta just kind of do our best, I suppose. But I want it to be over. I'm just like, can we please be done with this? I want like vaccine or just disappear or whatever. I know that's not going to happen, the disappearing, but it would be nice. So yeah. Amazon Prime looks a hell of a lot better right now. Like this is our first time on Amazon Prime, but it works. So
yeah, well, they had the last season of Man in the High Castle, so we're watching that.
Yeah, we've been watching that, which is pretty good.
That's scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying, actually. So I refuse to watch the sequel to The Craft. Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it.
Like I saw it, but you have to rent it.
Well, yeah, we have to rent it, but I mean, when you can get it without having to rent it,
Oh,
I'm
we're
just
gonna
kind of
rant
like,
about that later.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. I'm just gonna leave it there. I don't know how I feel about it. And I see other people saying feel the same. Stay away from the Craft rebooters. Yeah, is it a reboot of the Craft or is it like a sequel to it? I don't know.
I thought it was a sequel. I thought that's what it was. No.
Yeah. Oh, the horror section of German Netflix isn't all that great either. So there we go. It sucks everywhere. I don't know. I used to use a VPN to like a US Netflix, but even then. Yeah, Netflix is for kids. Amazon is better for grown-ups. So, oh, happy Halloween to you too, Steve. Yeah. Oh, the dog is adorable. He is. I love him so much. So.
I'm gonna for Nova North there.
Yep.
Yes,
The Boys.
I love The Boys.
Yeah, we really enjoyed that.
Honestly, that's probably like my favorite show I've watched in the past year or so.
What was the just laser my tits
part?
That was fucking hilarious.
And he stops and she's like, "Why'd you stop?"
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I really liked it. I didn't read the comic, but I watched like a comprehensive what the comic is and how it ends. There was this guy on YouTube, I think it's like Comics Explained. He does like a 5-hour video of the entire Boys comic series, so from start to finish and everything that happens in it. It was pretty awesome, and I'm kind of curious to see how they're going to take the show and end it, right? Because the comic's over, it's done. So it'll be interesting to see if they go through the same thing. Yeah. You'll like once you see both, you'll see the differences and the similarities.
Yeah. Like I kind of want to sit down and read it now because it sounds really good, and we also really like the Preacher as well. I mean, that did get really, really weird towards the end.
I don't know. Preacher was all right, but it's the same guy who wrote The Boys.
Yeah,
and everything,
it's the same. So.
But I liked The Boys a lot better. So it was more enjoyable. I'm just getting sick of Marvel right now.
Yeah.
And Avengers and stuff.
I don't know. I just like that the superheroes aren't good or whatever. Like, I mean, they're kind of a mixed bag, I suppose, but they're human and all that, right? So it's sort of like, I don't know. It's at least something different from like squeaky shiny perfect heroes kind of thing, or really bad like mocking Thor for being an alcoholic kind of thing or whatever. I really didn't like that in the in Endgame. It was like, he feels responsible, and now we're making fun of him because he has like PTSD. It kind of it upset me. But I'm just sensitive like that. So yeah, I am the same Sage on here with the people in the vaccines. I'm like, yeah, just please. I want to be able to get my life back. So we need to do what we need to do. What's the place we got the contacts at?
Was it Unique So or
something like that? Yeah. Unique So. I think that was how it said. I think
so. Yeah. They were like $20.
Yeah, they weren't that expensive. Yeah. So, life update. Yeah, I've just I can't really say much about the case right now. We're hopefully coming towards an end. I'll sort of say this again because we're like a little more than an hour in, so people have left and come into the room and stuff. But I was in an accident a couple of years back. I was really badly injured, and we are still, unfortunately, in the middle of the legal case surrounding that. And it's been moving forward, and I'm hoping that it will be wrapping up, or at least part of the case will be wrapping up soon, and then the rest of it hopefully within the next year or so. COVID really, of course, got in the way of that. It was supposed to be done by this time, but everything got bumped back about a year because of all of this stuff. So I'm hoping, I wish I could say more than that, but hopefully it will wrap itself up very shortly, and then I'll be able to tell you guys all about it, because there's so much I want to say, so much, but I can't. So yeah. yeah, I'm so glad to see so many people that are like, yay, vaccines. I mean, like I used to work in healthcare, right? I'm all about, you know, vaccines, especially like, I mean, obviously we want them tested and proven and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, the anime on Netflix is not bad. Yeah, we watched some anime. Yeah, it's a lot better.
I was waiting for like season 2 of Attack on Titan because I liked that one, first one, and then One Punch Man. I wanted to see the second season of that, but I don't think they got it yet in Canada, so
yeah,
I haven't looked in a while.
yeah. Yeah, some of the side effects, like they look awful. And honestly, like there's people within the chronic illness community are kind of like, oh no, we're going to have a whole lot more people joining us. And it's just, it's frightening just to see some people that are so like cavalier about it and not thinking that it's going to affect them badly. Where it's like, no. Once you've gone down that road and you get like a health condition that affects the rest of your life, whether it's through COVID or just, you know, happens to you, like what happens with to me and so many other people, like it changes your life so much. Yeah, Goth Mom's mom is a nurse and she's seen it in action. Yeah, and it's terrifying. It's funny because at the beginning of this pandemic, I was like, you know, I worked during SARS and stuff like that, and you know, that was bad. And this is like so much worse. And like, yeah, I was working in the Toronto area and stuff too. And so at first it was kind of like, you know, we got through that, we'll get through this. And now it's just like, SARS was nothing in comparison. You know, that went on for a couple of months. This has gone on like damn near almost a year. So yeah, it was frightening, but we'll, yeah, we will. Yeah, no, for sure. Like body shaming sucks. Like, can we just not go there? Like it's 2020. Can we not do that? You know? So, oh my goodness. Me damn it. Got lucky. Funeral to go to. That sucks. And had an MS flare and then couldn't go. And then found out that 2 people went and knew they were positive. That's frustrating. That's terrible. Like if you know. Yeah. Yeah. Sorry guys, I'm just reading all the comments here. Yeah, people keep asking me for like makeup tutorials and stuff, and I you know what, I've tried to film a couple of them. It turns out they're really hard to film. First of all, let me say that I've tried to film a few because I wanted to do like a classic dominatrix look, and then maybe like something where you could like play up a more submissive look and stuff. And it's really hard to get it right. I'm a huge fan of like a lot of makeup YouTubers as well, like Sage laughs at me because I'm always watching different makeup places. You know, and I watch some of the big ones like Nikki Tutorials because everyone loves Nikki because she's amazing. But I also watch some of the smaller YouTubers. Like I've been really into Butte Bean lately. She's really cool and does lots of like fun, kind of creepy sometimes or really colorful looks and that. She's really fun to watch. But yeah, I'll probably eventually do some makeup tutorials, like not this particular look necessarily, but like when I do proper like glam makeup because it's fun. So, oh, thank you guys for the people who like the costume. Yeah, so yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, I'm glad that you were that if you did have it, Sage, there, other Sage, that you came through okay. So. Oh, Mark, hello. This is always fun. All of my friends that I haven't talked to in forever because I'm an asshole come to the live stream. Like I said earlier, I'm not great at keeping up with people. I I missed you too, Mark. Yeah, I'm not good at being friends. I'm not very good at getting back to people. Oh, look who it is. Come here, buddy. Come on. For everyone who wanted to see the puppers. Come here. Hey, look, come here. Sillies. No, you can't go that way. Turn around. Say hi to everyone. You're not good at being on camera. There we go. You come here and sit. Here's a good boy. There we go. Here's the monster dog who does not want to be on camera, apparently. Yeah, there we go. He needs scritches. I don't know if I'm ever going to get his costume on, but here's the puppy. Yeah. We're just going to, this live stream will be interrupted so that everyone can enjoy the dog, also my boobs. Hi. Hey, buddy. Hi. Sillies. I always love when I'm like, oh, look at that. Okay, you're just gonna lay down there. And now we have a new sage, a new mask. So, oh, my nose is running. I know. Hi, yes, okay. Yeah, did we stop petting you for 5 seconds? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's always fun when I tell people that I have a giant dog and people don't believe how big he is sometimes. And he walks in and he's like chest height and like, admittedly, I'm not that tall, but still, he is a big boy. So, oh, someone's dog got excited. Yeah. So, yeah, Wolfie is, yeah, I swear to God, like, he's supposed to be full grown, but I swear he still is growing constantly. And it's like, Mark's here, by the way.
Oh.
But yeah, he just keeps getting bigger and bigger. And the vet says the same thing. He's just like, when is this dog going to stop growing? And like, I chose my vet because he has Great Danes himself. Like Wolfgar's an English Mastiff, but I wanted a vet that, you know, has and is comfortable with giant breed dogs because there's a bit of a nuance to treating and dealing with them, other than they need like twice as much everything because they're so big. But we're gonna take up a new hobby soon. We're going to, what was it? Ski joring. Yeah, it's basically using the dog to like pull you on skis and stuff. So I've decided we have a new hobby apparently. So yeah, I wouldn't have been able to get through half this stuff without this big boy here and then this one too. But best emotional supports ever. So
Oh, thank you.
yeah, oh thanks. So yeah. Yes, well, you know, we were just talking about like shitty COVID stuff, so you got to take a break from that. Enjoy the puppy.
Well,
You know?
I think everyone's just fucking sick of it, right?
Well, yeah, exactly.
You know,
So
like it's like the one thing everyone fucking talks about.
yeah,
So.
I literally will like I'm a big Tumblr fan, so like my feed on there is like, you know, news and like all the important stuff. But then I also follow like a dozen like cute animal channels or whatever, and so it'll be like serious news story. Here's a frog wearing a strawberry as a hat, and then serious news story, because you know you need those little pick me ups in between for sure. So yeah. Oh, you have a Great Pyrenees, I'm assuming, just by pure. Just turned 3. Oh my God, yeah, 3 is when they say they're supposed to stop growing. It was the one dog Ben that you had, was that a Great Pyrenees?
He was Bouvier and Newfie.
Bouvier and Newfie, okay. I can never remember. But yeah, 3 is when they're supposed to stop growing finally with these giant breeds. I think we looked at a Pyrenees, didn't we? Or did we? I can't remember. I thought we had looked at a Pyrenees. Or a mix of Pyrenees. Yeah. They were very high energy. We wanted the very, very lazy dog. So English Mastiff worked for that. But yeah, they're oh yes, with 3 legs. Nice. I feel a kinship with dogs missing a leg. So so you still use Tumblr after they got rid of all the porn. Yeah, I know. It's like it's not the same as it used to be. But I actually like it for there's a good like chronic illness and chronic pain community on there that I participate in. So that is sort of one of the things that I enjoy about it for sure. Yeah, Tumblr is almost dead for me. 3/4 of the people I follow stopped posting. Yeah, it was really noticeable, and I had like I think I had like 3 different blogs on there, and 2 of them got shut down because they weren't technically porn, but they were kind of porn. You know how BDSM can sometimes walk that line. It was that kind of thing. So, and yeah, well, yeah, I'm not a huge fan of looking at like porn specifically, but I like BDSM stuff, and I miss that because like there was lots of like good ideas, you know. So they'll learn because the whole platform is like crashing now. It sucks. Gotta let us have our porn, damn it. So all right, guys. I think we're kind of slowing down with some questions here and that, so that might be a good indication that it's time to say goodbye, to say goodnight. We are yeah, wait, years since my I'm so sorry about the support dog. It's so hard when you lose them. Just adopted a retired support dog this week. 9-year-old pit bull lab. Oh, that would be a beautiful dog. I mean, there's pit bulls I think are still banned here. I'm not sure, but I love pitties. I think they're like the sweetest dogs. Never met a mean one. So, does Sage sell his art anywhere? There will be on our Teespring store. Let me just pop that link because it's been a little bit. There will be some of his art going up on sale in the Teespring. We just have to figure out the rules. Because porn, once again. But yeah, we'll get that sorted out, and there should be. I mean, there's the practice pillows there if you guys are interested in those. But there will be actual prints of some of his work on there at some point, hopefully soon. I want to get it up before like Black Friday and the holidays and all of that kind of stuff, because he's a really really talented artist. And of course, we can't do. We usually go and do like the sex show, everything to do with sex and all that kind of stuff, trade shows in this area every year. But of course, we can't do those because porn. That should be an embroidered pillow. Yeah, I think so. I just need like a pillow or a sign or something, just because porn. Because yeah, it fucks up everything. Well, the porn doesn't fuck up everything. It's people's like irrational fear of porn that fucks up everything. And again, I'm not someone who really enjoys
masturbate to porn. You're going to hell.
You masturbate to anything, like seriously. People are weird, but I love that about them. So I don't mean that in a negative way. All right, guys. So yeah, I'm gonna go and wash my face and probably eat a whole bunch of Halloween candy because it is totally cheat day on our diet. So you know, I'm gonna eat all of the carbs, all of them. I was so happy this morning. I woke up and I had a piece of bread. But
peanut butter sandwich.
He had a peanut butter sandwich.
It was like the first one in like over a year.
Yeah, we don't eat carbs normally, but man, they're good. So anyways, guys, thank you so much for coming out. It was so nice to chat with all of you guys. I really appreciate it. And hopefully I'll be getting some new videos up on YouTube soon. If not, please do follow me on Instagram. I'm going to post that link before I go. Instagram.com. Ms. Morgan Thorne. That's where I'm sort of the most active right now, and teaching classes and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll see everyone later, and thank you so much for coming and hanging out and all of that. So have a good night. Happy Halloween, everyone.
Happy Halloween. Stay safe.
Yeah.